Here's the former Florida Gator Eddie Pinheiro to get us started. And off we go from Tampa. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. He's past the 30. He will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. So a heck of a start to this one. We haven't even gotten settled in already in the end zone on the opening kickoff.
And you know what happens, too? Now you got to translate what that means, because I think for a team to just score, their defense, I think they'll be more aggressive now. They'll be bolder. They're playing with a lead and an early one and some momentum. So if you're the offensive coordinator on the other side of the field, you'd better be prepared for some heavy pressure coming your way. They're going to try and get another big score and a big lead.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. So here are the Panthers set to take over for the first time. And Charles will get a look at the much-heralded rookie Bryce Young, the first overall pick from April's draft.
Bryce Young, the quarterback out of Alabama with a Heisman Trophy in his hip pocket, is the new face of Carolina football. 80 touchdowns, just 12 picks in his college career for the Crimson Tide. He may be a little small in terms of size, but potential, massive.
One of the Panthers' big offseason acquisitions. Here's Miles Sanders. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Out of the gun, it's Young. The connecting here with DJ Shark. 11 yards and a Panther first down. So, Charles, take nothing away from this young man under center, because I know people think he's got a very bright future in this league, but I have to figure the defensive coordinators love the thought of squaring off against a rookie quarterback.
And especially if they have guys they can put together a game plan with, it's going to confuse, disguise a lot of coverage, make this kid think a little bit. Because in college, he's seen a lot of things. Let's not get it wrong here. But at the same time, in the NFL, you can do so much more because of the athletes you have, because of their football IQ. And don't forget, you're going to throw a couple extra rushers at him as well. See if he can handle the pressure when those guys come at him.
Throwing, Young. Open man right side is Sharp. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
He decided to run a trap. It really helps to have a guy that can turn it loose. And boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Right up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, they'll run it with Sanders. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Carolina punt team out there led by Johnny Hecker. This will be taken at the 10. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. So here are the Buccaneers ready to go on offense with a new man at the helm here for 2023 in his 6th season now in the NFL, Baker Mayfield.
The former #1 overall pick has had his ups and downs in recent seasons, but he finished strong last year and inherits a really good offense in Tampa that should set him up for success.
Shaq Thompson on the tackle that time. From the 21, here's 2nd and 6. Mayfield looks to throw. The pass is caught by Cade Otton. 7 yards there and a first down.
That was a route run, not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and put the down marker back to 1.
Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. 2nd and 11. Here's Mayfield. His throw incomplete.
There are a good number of coaches that any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. Here is Young. Short throw underneath to Hurst. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in the stat sheet. Throwing on 2nd and long. Young. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Young will set to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Bucs are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said. 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now in Tampa Bay. It's the Buccaneers in control of the football. From the 46, here's the 2nd down and 4. They stay on the ground with White. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 45-yard line. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards. Nothing too fancy, just a carry up the middle, but a successful carry up the middle against this 3-4 defense.
And to be able to do that, what do you have to control? The nose guard, right? Got to be able to move him, otherwise you're not getting anything up the middle. Nice job by the center. Got a little help from one of his friends playing guard.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Now a give up the middle. This is Wright, and he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Mayfield to throw it. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And that'll be incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. And in for the Buccaneers, touchdown. Chris Godwin, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Buccaneers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. Now Raheem Blackshear going to take this one out. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Carolina offense about ready to go. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. On second down, Young. This is Chenault on the receiving end. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Young. Oh, this is going to be caught along the sidelines. Probably shouldn't have been caught. He's going to lose yardage there. This will wind up a loss on the play, and it'll be 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. It's taken to the 26. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Buccaneers offense ready to rock and roll again. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Charles, he doesn't seem to be particularly in tune with his receivers, just 2 for 7 throwing the football, but he did seem really locked in before the game.
Yeah, and that has to do with receivers sometimes. Sometimes the defenders knock them off their routes, and you're usually pretty precise.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off. So that potentially an important takeaway here in this second quarter.
Because what it does is give their offense a chance to put a drive together. They've got nothing on the scoreboard so far, so you have to think that they need something before the break. And now they have an opportunity.
That's right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And a decent gain there as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Second and 6.
Come on, set.
Young now. On the slant, this is Chark. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
He kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
They'll try and run forward with Sanders. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play. And that's going to lead them to 4th down. Eddie Pinheiro on now. From the right hash, and this one just a chipping. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Well, the Bucs going to take over now late in this first half. And just inside of a minute left, Charles. They got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this. But you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. You want to up the tempo a little bit, but you have to do it with some poise as well. You don't want to go so fast that you hurry yourself into mistakes. There's enough time to put points on the board,
if they do it right.
And even though they have the lead, you know that they would love to extend this lead before heading to the locker room. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
And with apologies to Dylan Thomas, apparently they're not going to go gently into the half. They're still out there firing haymakers. They took a chance on a deep ball there, but it winds up incomplete.
To throw, Mayfield. Eluding the pressure right. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up fourth. Fourth down, so Jake Camarda is out there. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. Young to throw it. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Hurst. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. To throw, Young. That'll be caught right side, Chenault with it. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Young on 3rd and 2. Short throw underneath to Hurst. And he'll get nothing out of that one. So we've hit halftime here. Hey, Charles, you give me water. Oh, geez, Chuck, they cut off the halftime show again. Quicker than anticipated, ready for the start of the second half. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the 3rd quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively. Virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
And that's one of the better plays we've seen this offense put together so far. They haven't been able to get on track much at all. But listen, they're only down a couple of scores with the rest of this quarter and the entire 4th remaining. So, stranger things have happened.
Ready.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They'll go again with Sanders. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
So from the 37, here's a 2nd and 9.
Ready, go.
They'll try to throw now. Young. It's caught by Sanders. So the completion gets him just a yard. And 3rd and 8 now.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Young on 3rd down. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 16. A big third down pickup of 20 yards. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain there as he kept it himself at second down. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for him.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right, he's pretty much been completely neutralized. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Sanders. And the Panthers are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They'll run with Sanders. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball.
And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Giovanni Ricci taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Panthers are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third. That's caught. And he's not going to get in as a try for 2 comes up empty. So they will be unable to cut this to a field goal as the differential remains 5. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise, that could overrun your team. You got to be careful right here.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends. Back now in Tampa. It's the Bucs. They've got the football. They also are in front here on the scoreboard as we start the fourth. On second down, they'll run with White. And he'll get about 3 up close to the 35. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The offense on third down tonight, they've only converted once in 4 tries. They're looking at third and a few inches. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down, at least at first glance, as he'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on third and inches.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
They run on first down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Ball on the 39. Here's second down and 7. From the gun, Mayfield. He's got Otten on the out route. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. And just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. They got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down. If they want to take another shot and try to loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
We couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, 1-score game. 1st and 10 here. 53 yards on the ground for him so far. I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move them all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on third down. First down, Mayfield. And that is incomplete.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's Mayfield. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. And the Panthers are right back in this football game. A seismic shift in momentum here in the fourth quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred the defense.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Young to throw. And he'll just get rid of it.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Past the 20.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and we watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too. Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole.
Nice solid gain there, partner, but the clock is starting to become his enemy.
Absolutely every second right now, more and more precious as it ticks. Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
It's desperation time. Young on fourth down. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on first down. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. He's going to get it again, just looking to get forward and protect the ball. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. On third down, a run from White. And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10. Now the Panthers going to signal for their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Here's Smith to return it. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. Now Young. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
And now defensively in the 2-minute drill, the big key to me, make sure you understand your assignments, and anytime you get a chance to tackle someone in bounds, get them on the ground.
Young. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Down to their last chance now. This is going to have to be a heat from the end zone and just hope for a miracle.
And I don't sit back with everyone back defending. I've got to have somebody rushing the quarterback. Don't make it easy for him to set up and throw the ball all the way downfield.
Now one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. What a game we were treated to in this one. And on that final play, they had a chance. They had the ball just beyond midfield for one final shot, but couldn't get it done, and they suffered the loss.
Yeah, and you mentioned how they had a chance on that final play, and getting it to midfield gave them that opportunity, hoping they could find their way to the end zone and make that miracle happen.